Hi everyone, in this tutorial we're going to be going over how to decrypt HTTPS within Wireshark. You need to set up a file within your computer system. So this is what we're going to go over first, and then we're going to get into using Wireshark and showing you how to set it all up and test out decrypting HTTPS. So the first step is to create your system SSL keylog. So you want to come down and you want to open up. Now you can go into control panel any different way. I find it easiest just to search. You want to search environment variables, and as soon as you see it, click edit the system in variables. So now we've got up this system properties box. We want to click on environment variables, and now you can see up here you've got user variables for user, because this is my virtual machine, and you have system variables down here. So up here it would have your name or whatever your computer's name is or virtual machine, and then the system variables. So once you have this screen open, we're going to now create our keylog. So now we want to create a system variable. So in this window you want to come down to system variable and press new. So for the variable name you want to type in SSL key log file in all capital letters. For the variable value, you can type it in if you like, but you can also just press browse. So I would like to put it into my documents, and in here I would like to make a new folder within documents called SSL keys, and I would like to use that. So we click OK. Now before you press OK and save this, you want to add one little thing to the end of this. You want to do a backslash and you want to type ssl.log. Now that actually creates the file where this information is then going to save to. So now you want to press OK. You want to press OK. OK. And now you want to restart your machine. It's very important to restart, so I'll be back once I've restarted my computer. Okay, so my virtual machine has just restarted and we are now going to go look for that SSL keylog. So you want to open up File Explorer and you just want to navigate to wherever you put that file. So we're going to go to Documents, SSL Keys, and here is the keylog file that I created. Open it up. If you see this sort of information, you're sweet. If the file's not there, or the information's not there, you need to go back and check how you added it in the system and variables. Make sure you added it into the system and variables and not the user variables. And if you don't restart your computer, this information won't be there. So make sure that's all there, working correctly before you move on to the next part of this tutorial. Alrighties, so let's add in our keylog file into Wireshark. So you want to open up Wireshark and you want to come up to press edit and go down to preferences. From here you want to open up protocols and you want to go all the way down until you find TLS, which is here. So here is the pre-mastered shared secret log file name section. You want to open this up and browse, and you want to go to where you had that SSL keylog. You want to click it, you want to press open, and you want to save it into Wireshark so that you can get the decrypted information. So once you press OK, we're ready to then start checking our data. Okay, so we are ready to start picking up information and checking the decrypted HTTPS. But before we start, I just wanted to make sure you know, if you are doing this on your own personal device, make sure you remove your browser history and your cookies and cache, because if you're going to go to a site you've been to before, that information is saved on your device. So start fresh. I am personally using a virtual machine. I find it a lot easier to use a virtual machine for this sort of stuff because after I'm done, I can just clear out the information. I am not messing with my own browser. And also when using Wireshark, it's a lot easier to use a virtual machine because you don't pick up all those background stuff going on your device. For example, Google Drive, OneDrive, especially if you've got a VPN, it hides your traffic. So virtual machine can make it a lot easier for you to run these sort of tasks. Alright, so let's get started. So you've got the key in Wireshark, you've got your browser ready to go. We're going to open up and start running Ethernet. And I'm going to come back to my browser and let's go to Disney Plus. So we're going to open up Disney Plus. We're going to let it load in fully. It's here. We're going to open up. We see HTTP. So we're going to stop this. We're going to get rid of the browser. And before we get started, I want to do one thing first. I'm going to take a screen capture. If I can spell it right. So I want to take a screen capture to compare for you. You don't have to do this. But I've taken a capture of our screen here. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go into preferences to show you that it actually worked. So we're going to come down to TLS. I'm going to remove this information. And press OK. And look, it's all gone. So these lines here, what did they change to? They changed it as hiding the information. Your information is not there, your HTTP is not there. That's because HTTPS site is encrypted like this. So if you come over, scroll all the way to the side, you will have stuff like application data. This would have been a HTTPS. So we can check the line, the time of it. I got rid of the numbers, so we can't actually check that. But, for example, that's what you can see. If you scroll all the way down, these were in like the 13.3, so there's no HTTPS. As you can see, the data now is encrypted. So I'm going to go add back in the SSL log, and I'm going to come back. Alrighties, so I'm back and I've got all the information decrypted again. Now we have a lot of information here, so something I can do really easily to sort through this information. We're going to click sort by server name and we're going to find the Disney one, and now we've gotten the IP address of Disney. So we're going to come up here and we're going to put in IP.addr equals, and we're going to write in this address from Disney. So it's 35.230.172.69. I'm going to search. We now have all the information just involving Disney. So you can sort through all of this now. And instead of having it by server name, we're going to come back over and go by time. So if you scroll all the way up to the top, this is all of the information involving Disney. So we can come down now. We can see that there was a certificate. Generally, if you were to look through this information, you want to find this server hello and the client hellos, which you can do by searching handshake type and find them that way. They're all grouped together now. So it starts off with client hello, which is your browser speaking to the destination. So if you want to look through that information, it's there. And you can connect that way to go through if you want to look through the handshakes. Now for the HTTP, you've got all this information here that you can go into, and you've got it down here. Header, hypertext, transport protocol 2, the information involved. You can go through and you can see the different types. So we could also come up here and we could also search http.request. We now see the get and post requests to Disney. Now, in this view, I could then go and remove we're going to go remove the SSL keylog, so you can actually see the difference while we've got this open, and you watch, it is going to disappear because this information is typically encrypted under the TLS. So I'm just going to copy this because it might be easier. I don't think it's going to let me copy, but look, it's gone. So this is why having an SSL keylog is really beneficial if you wanted to inspect HTTPS information. This works only while you're in the information that you've got saved. If you've got this SSL keylog, it captures the keys for you to be able to see this information, and then you can look back on this information within Wireshark. We could also search just HTTP. Now we can see all the HTTP GET and POST requests that are going on. So having the SSL keylog can be really beneficial if you're wanting to inspect this sort of information, because without it, you really don't get that much information. You pretty much only get application data. You can't see what was going on. So it's a very handy thing to set up within your system and Wireshark. And once it's set up, it's set up. You don't have to go change anything unless you just wanted to compare like I was showing you. But really, you just set it up and it's done, and now you can see all this decrypted information and see what's going on. For example, if I go into this GET request, you can see that it came from Disney. The connection was keep alive, which means that the data gets saved on your device. You can see all this sort of information. You can see the cookie information. And yeah, so if you want to try this out, I think it's a really good thing to add into your Wireshark, especially if you want to look through this kind of information. So I really hope you like this tutorial, and I will catch you later.